Hello, everyone. So, I will be talking about choice boards today, how you can use choice boards for differentiating instruction. And here, what you will be doing is you will be offering choice boards for differentiating product. That means you can give a choice of this different assessment tasks for your students. Now, this could be both formative as well as summative. And the technique that I'm going to show you, okay, I'm sharing my screen here. Sorry. Yeah. So what we'll be doing is we will be creating a choice board using Bloom's taxonomy and Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences. So now we want to cater to all of our students and give them choice in showing what they know through the different products. Okay. So now how are we going to do it? So what is a choice board? It helps the teachers to give choices to the students to demonstrate their understanding. So here you can use it as a strategy for either formative assessment or summative assessment. And the choice board looks like a tic-tac-toe board. Okay, X and X and 0 board. And students will be allowed to choose their learning activities based on their interests and strengths. And what this helps is it helps in giving student agency, and they are motivated to show their learning through their strengths. Okay, so therefore, choice board is a good strategy for differentiating instruction, especially in terms of product. Now, we all know that the different cognitive levels of Bloom's. You start with remember, where you're recalling and recognizing information. And then you go to a level higher, where you give tasks where students understand things, comprehend. Okay. So they show comprehension of concepts. Then higher to that is application. Once the knowledge is gained, then are the students able to apply their knowledge in familiar and unfamiliar situations? So you give them those kind of tasks. Higher to that is analysis, where the students will break down information and they will identify if there are any relationship or if there are any patterns to what they have studied. Next step is evaluation, where the students give their opinion and they reason out. They have claims and they reason out why the claims are true. So there is judgment. Okay, so they will discuss. And the highest level is create. Here they will generate new ideas and new ways of understanding. So create is the highest level of cognition. So this is the different levels of tasks that you can give to the students based on the Bloom's cognitive level. So now how are we going to use Bloom's taxonomy, command terms, and multiple intelligences to create a choice board? This we will look ahead. Now, these are the different multiple intelligences that Howard Gardner's given. So students who are coordinating their mind with their body, they are bodily-kinesthetic, who are good with music, with sounds, pitch, tone. They are musically intelligent. Those students who are very good in logic, in quantifying things, they are mathematically intelligent. Those students who easily connect with people and talk and are able to talk, communicate with people and sense people's feelings. They are interpersonal. They have interpersonal intelligence. Those who understand themselves and able to reflect and know what they feel and what they want, they have intrapersonal intelligence. Those students who find the right words to express what they mean and can learn very languages very easily, they are linguistic. Those students who visualize the world in 3D are able to, you know, uh, do maps and 3D, three-dimensional things like geometry, solid geometry. Uh, they have spatial intelligence, and those who understand living and living things and who like to read nature, be in nature, they are naturalists. So these are all the intelligences that a student may show. Okay. So now, based on this, Bloom's taxonomy and Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence, how can we create a choice board? So what you need to do is, when you are making those choice boards, you need to align the choice board with Bloom's and multiple intelligence. Okay. So this will allow the students to choose activities based on their learning style and based on their interests. So when you design a choice board, first you need to know your students. Okay. What are they good at? What are they interested in? So before you come up with any differentiated instruction, activities, or strategies, you should know your students well. You should know their readiness level. Okay. You should know their interests and you should know their learning style. Then only you will be able to create a proper choice board for your students in your class. Once you know all these, then you need to organize the activities by Bloom's levels and multiple intelligence. Okay. And you create a virtually appealing user friendly choice board. Now, how are you going to do it? Okay. Uh, I have an example here. Okay. Where I use ChatGPT to come up with the choice board. Okay. So I have written to ChatGPT, create Bloom's taxonomy and multiple intelligence matrix. How do I use it to create a choice board? So here they explained, ChatGPT explained about what are the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy, and then what are the you know linguistic the different multiple intelligences, and then said how to create a choice board. So here they have taken, ChatGPT has taken the topic of ecosystems, and on the left hand side you can see all on the rows you can see the Bloom's level. So these are all activities which are of remember level. Okay. And these are all for understand, how students will show their understanding, how students will apply their knowledge, analysis, evaluate, and then create. Okay. And here if you see, you have students who are linguistic, they will pick from here. Those who are logical, they will pick from here. Those who are spatial, they will pick from here. Again, musical, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturalist, they can pick from here and they can complete the activity. So you will explain to the student how it works and ask them to choose based on their interest and preferred learning style. Define how many tasks they need to complete. Okay, and provide support. So this you can create. So what you can do is you can write your learning objectives. Okay. Write the name of the science topic, write the learning objective, and say that these are the things that the students have learned. Now create a choice board for this topic using Bloom's taxonomy and Howard Gardner multiple intelligences matrix. Okay. So this is the matrix, and then you can pick this again. I just wrote create a choice board using information in the matrix. Most of my students, here I have specified. Now I know that my students, most of my students are visual learners. A few of them are kinesthetic learners and auditory, and very few people like mathematics. Okay, so then you create a choice board. So then it created a choice board like this. And you can now say that, okay, if you are going to create an MYP task specific rubric, then maybe this could be level 1 and 2, this could be three and four. Some questions here could be 5 and 6, and this could be 7 and 8. So you decide what you want to put in the different levels by picking these questions. Okay. And then you tell the students you can choose and create the task. Yeah. Sorry. So you present the choice board and explain the purpose and expectations to your students. You observe and provide guidance as they work through their chosen activities. And then you encourage students to share their experience and their learning outcomes. So strengths, what happens is students are engaged, there is personalized learning, and there is development of higher order skills. Challenges, time is a challenge, resource management, okay? And if the needs are very diverse, then again, to get those resources can be a challenge. And what are the improvements? You can streamline the design process, you can provide more student choice, and then it can be a continuous assessment, like a formative assessment. So instead of doing it as a summative, you can choose this as a formative assessment for your students. Yeah. Do you have any questions regarding this? And if you have used this particular strategy in your subject, you can share. Is it new to you? How are you going to use this learning in your class? Can I have some feedback?
Yes, ma'am. Yasha.
Yeah.
I used this one actually last week only for MYP 2 and 3 for formative assessment. So I gave them like I asked them to choose their topic in swimming because they're learning the swimming stages. So, in which particular stroke, which technique, so they choose, and after that, I make them in a 2-person like peer assessment as well as so they can learn from each other. Then other students are going to research on that. They will going to evaluate, analyze. So everything is in uh, included in that topic, so I planned in that way. So now you gave me this idea, so I got more ideas.
Oh,
And
okay.
Mr. Deepak also helped me a lot to
Mhm.
like planning, because now I'm learning, sometimes I'm getting stuck like
Mhm.
should I do this one in which way. So
Mhm.
he's always helping me actually.
Okay. All right. Anybody else wants to share? If you have not used this technique, how are you going to use this knowledge further? Because just understanding and learning is not enough, right? You need to implement what you have learned in your classroom.
Hi, thank you for sharing your
Hi.
knowledge. That's really nice. Thank you so much. I am a visual art teacher, and I was thinking on the lines of how I can apply this in visual arts. Like I saw briefly one of the examples that you were showing, and it showed like if it is a 7-8 for MYP criteria, make a comic strip. Or
Mm.
and if it is a level earlier, like a 1 or a 2, it is more about identifying and stuff. So
Mm.
what if a student just because what if a student just because they like comics chooses to create a comic strip rather than, yeah, like
Okay.
based on their skills, like because I'm looking at artistic skills also, if it
Mm.
is criteria C or criteria B,
Mm.
B2, B1, yeah. So I'm
Huh.
just thinking, yeah.
So what you can also do is that along with this choice board, you can also give like a learning contract. Okay.
Acha.
Now don't call it a contract because we are not
Right,
allowed to use the word contract.
right.
You can say learning agreement. Okay. So you
Okay.
can say that, or in your choice board when you have a tic-tac-toe. Okay.
Hmm.
1 minute. So suppose if you have a choice board or a tic-tac-toe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if this is the choice board. Okay.
I can't
You,
see. Are you showing me some? Are you showing us something?
oh,
Yes.
sorry. I did not share my screen.
No
Sorry.
problem.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
So now if you look at this diagram,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is a template.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is a choice board. So you
Right.
have 9 activities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Maybe the center one you say everybody should do it, compulsory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then this is easy, this is mediocre, this is difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you say you can go like this, horizontal. 1, 2, 3. These. Okay. This, and this. Okay. You can go this way. You can go X because you can do one difficult, one mediocre, one difficult,
Nice.
one easy, one mediocre, one difficult. Okay. But the center one, maybe it's a
Is a must.
mediocre average one, but everybody should do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can decide how you want to do your choice board.
Yeah. 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 This is nice also.
Did I solve your problem?
Yeah, I like, when it comes to other subjects, they can use a lot of Kahoots and Quizlets. I mean, a lot of these, when it comes to visual arts and getting an art, getting them to indulge into an activity, like, an art form. So I face challenges there as to how to
Okay. So
break it down.
suppose
Yeah.
if what is your topic?
For example, it is about creating cultural masks.
Okay, creating cultural mask. Which grade?
Grade 6.
MYP1.
Yeah.
Okay.
MIP.
Visual art.
Yeah.
Visual art. Okay. Create a choice choice board. Okay. Using Bloom's taxonomy and multiple intelligence matrix for this topic.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a good idea with this. Although it's giving me different activities like this, it can be something that goes along with the creating of the mask, which everyone will do. This
Or
can be
over here,
Yeah.
you can also say criteria A, B, C, D of visual art
Correct.
is this particular
Yeah.
thing, and the strand is this. So can you create?
Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. This
Enough?
works. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions, people?
I have a question here. So,
Okay.
what do we do when we give the choice codes to the learners?
Mm.
If they choose certain particular Bloom's taxonomy level and they're not willing to move out of it, suppose, so they're going for the lots part, not the higher order part. So, like they're going only for the remember, understand part. But
No,
as a teacher,
you have to be very clear that what they can choose.
mm-hmm,
It's not up to the student ki, okay, I will do this and I will not do that. So
mm-hmm,
you have to be very clear with what your students want to do. The student has to do one low level task, okay? The student has to do a medium level task, and the student has to do a difficult level task.
okay,
ठीक है?
okay.
But
So
the type of task that you are giving could be different based on their intelligences, है ना?
understood, understood. So I can project this choice board to the learners, right? But then I can
Yeah,
give out my instructions very clearly that I have to choose
yes,
one from each of the levels. But it can be
yes.
projected, it can be shared with the students.
Yes. So in the IB, in the PYP, MYP, DP, whenever we give them a task, we give them a rubric first. Our
Yes.
expectation, what is the
Mm.
highest that level that they can reach, and what are the expectations, okay, and what is the lowest. Now it is up to them what they want to do, but students will want to get the highest grade, right, to show their learning.
Yes,
But
agreed.
again, in the choice board, you have to say you have to do a level 1 and 2, you have to do a level 3 and 4, have to do a level 5 and 6, have to do a level 7 and 8 if you are going to make the 4 different levels of the IB type of question. So instead of making 9 boxes, you can make 12 boxes. No, 16 boxes. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
4 into
Because
2,
all
6.
levels,
Yes, right. Understood. So I wanted to just clarify this part.
and
Thank
then
you.
there is another thing called as learning contract. Okay, in the learning contract, you say that this is the task everybody has to do. You have to follow this particular deadline, and then you take the signature of the student, the parent, and the teacher. So if you Google, you will find learning contract. If you Google, you will find this different examples of learning contract. Okay.
Formats,
Today I
basically.
was focusing on this choice board, which is
Right.
also called as think-tac-toe. Okay. Think-tac-toe. If you Google think-tac-toe, think. And it is also called as thinking dots.
Thinking dolls.
Dots. D-O-T-S.
Thinking dots. D-O-T-S. Okay.
So if I say thinking dots. Okay. Oh, sorry, think dots. Think dots, not thinking dots.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so if I say think dots, it's like the dots on the dice. You know, 6 dots है. And then the difficulty level increases as the dot increases. ठीक है?
Right. Right.
So everybody has to do this. You know? See the dots.
So ma'am, these thing dots are like choice boards itself, right? Is it?
Yes, like choice boards only. But over there, here in think dots, everybody has to do all the questions, right?
Okay.
But in choice board, you have a choice. So you read this instruction, na, what think dots mean.
Right.
Okay.
This is a nice one. I didn't know this.
Here, think dots. What is a think dot? Let me share this link with you. I'll share the link in the WhatsApp group.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Even this one. Copy. Paste. है ना?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah.
Clear, ma'am. Clear.
So, any more questions? Otherwise, I'll just close the video recording and then we can chat further. So thank you so much for turning up in this short notice. I know
Thanks to you.
all are very passionate educators.
Thank you.
And I can see every time I have this session, I know that Debjyoti, you're always there. Tiasa, you're always there. The others also try to come. Dipti also, I have seen you have come to the sessions. So thank you so much for coming and
Ma'am, it's a privilege, our privilege, ma'am. It's a privilege.
participating
Our
in the
privilege.
sessions. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to learn.